Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me once again here in Stellaris. Patch 4.3.3 Cetus, which was just released, I believe it was yesterday or today. We are continuing our playthrough of the Zirconium Convergence, a machine empire that has found itself on the outskirts of the galaxy and in the grips, or in the throes, of a Voidworm plague. Now, we're trying to do our best to advance the situation, but as we start segment 9 here, we are still being assaulted, and right now what we're looking at is our colony of Pagel, which is down below us here, that this particular group of Voidworms is assaulting. Now, a couple of things that we've got to get reacquainted with is that we're trying to keep our fleets out of the way of these monstrosities until the plague kind of moves along, and we're advancing as quickly as possible at the expense of our society research in order to expedite and, well, get Voidworm immunity once again. What that will do is it'll allow us to have a better chance at destroying these monstrosities. Unfortunately, though, right now we are in the throes of dealing with them. The Voidworm nest that we know about is on Papquatet. It looks like we've got another set of Voidworms that is headed, a dozen juveniles that's headed through. Usually what I'm seeing them do is basically go through and destroy a bunch of our infrastructure, which is going to negatively impact our economy at least a little bit. However, we do have plenty of influence. It says we're capped on influence, which is something that I think we need to actually deal with as well. We've got another carrier group that's coming out. I think we need to reassign some of our leaders to these carrier groups. So let's just go into the fleet menu. The 4th Zircon Destroyers has Calculator Nephroid. We're going to give Calculator Nephroid, or assign him to the 8th carrier group. The 9th carrier group needs a leader. We're going to take Computer Hexagon. Maybe we won't. That's a kind of a really bad... I want to go... Let's go Icosahedron on the 9th. We don't need to add a ship. Now, we've been keeping pretty close eye on our colonies here, and I've been doing my best to try and learn as much about colony management as possible in this playthrough, and also because there's quite a significant amount of changes to the colonies. And if you read the patch notes, there's a lot of changes there. So, at least the recent patch notes anyways. So right now, I think what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can get our construction ships, switching back to our influence, we want to get our construction ships building hyper relays, and we need rare crystals in order to do that. Now we have 2.8k, and we're at 8 income, which is good. That's very good. I think we want to go here and let's have him build a hyper relay. We can do some of this stuff while the Voidworm plague is going, and I'd prefer that we have, you know, a Voidworm, that we have as much hyper relays connecting our empire as possible. Let's go ahead, and we've got another Voidworm up there. He's ravaging. So we have a lot of Voidworms going right now, so I gotta be careful. We were going to go to war with the Citizen Coalition of Prak there, and just didn't work out with the amount of time that we have. Ukok Prakians display psionic potential. It doesn't compute. Yeah, that's exactly right. We just need to keep an eye on these worms. We'll get as many of these built up as we can.
Mining station zeroed.
And these Voidworms are just going to keep eating things. We're going to get Nero weaving. Okay, great. Some progress on that. And it looks like we get 1.5 every month, and we need to get to, yeah, 129 months.
These contacts aren't your standard users.
Okay, perfect. We do actually have some naval capacity here, and so I'm contemplating commissioning another fleet. We have plenty of alloys, so it might be a good idea for us to do that. I'm trying to be careful with what we put out on the board, though, because of our little friends here. Look at all of them.
Time for some new chrome.
You guys, this is crazy. Okay, we can do the Astral Rift exploration. Antimatter power. Let's get some shield health, maybe. That just gives us army health 5%. This might be a good idea. Let's bring the tachyon sensors online. We're researching psionic theory as well.
Our station is in the crosshairs.
We're still going to have a lot of work to do once these things come up. We had originally saved this influence to make a whole bunch of claims on systems. We wanted to take these two from Prac, and we wanted to take this entire end of the arm, this tip, all the way up to
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
From Prac as well, just to kind of seal off this arm as our territory. And that didn't really work out because of the Voidworms, but I think that we'll get through that. It's just a matter of time. So let's see here. For engineering, what do we have? We've got Zergy refineries, which gives us a nebula refinery, processing dust clouds, okay, minerals, orbital habitats. Okay. Storm Relief Center. Let's do the destroyer holes for now. We've got to keep track of this worm in the north here. The worm in the north. This Radiant Storm has just been blasting through the area. Looks like they finished terrorizing Pagol. Almost a 25% devastation there. Not really a designation yet. We have plenty of jobs, though, so that's totally fine. We actually are looking like we might be able to take this occupation flotilla as well in the SEB system at some point in time.
Agenda available. They sure like to keep up appearances.
They're going back into...
These contacts aren't your standard users.
Papcactet, I guess. Excellent. Are you done? Yes. Let's go out to Twin Fangs. Let's build another one of these guys. Probably what I should do. Security contractors. Let's take a look at that. Up next is Administrative Insight. We're abstaining from this. As a whole. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. In Vivo. Where is this? Perseus. So this is, okay, on Perseus, an open letter demanding that local legislation restricting experiments on near-sapient species be relaxed. They make a convincing case for scientific benefits and warn that the culprit of the entire scientific community on Perseus will... Oh, boy. That's fine. We need the... I guess it doesn't matter if we really need the research or not. Okay, so all of the Voidworms went home, with the exception of this one here. Which might actually be... That's just 3 Troikas. Might actually be doable.
We've got alien roamers on the grid.
They're just going to pass one another. Without so much as a, how do you do? Let's see. Go Admiral, I guess. Subjugated Yaston. Interesting. Yaston is out here. The Index is our friend, and I think Azotl is also our friend. Let's just double check on that, though. Yeah, we're in good standing with them. Mechazurian, they are a vassal for us. For some reason, we just lost a whole bunch of fleet capacity there. They're done building the hyper relay. How about you? Nope, still got a ways to go. Yeah, so we're going to be just sticking our head in the sand here. Kind of trying to buckle down. Grin and bear it. Let's not do both of you guys. You go here. And you go here. I don't know where this guy is going. I think he's going this way. We do want to get a little superhighway going here, though, if we can.
Someone's trying to connect.
They're a little ahead of us, aren't they? Let's get some physics insight.
These contacts aren't your standard users.
Yep. We know. We're almost halfway through the situation. And thank God that they stopped bombarding that colony. They kind of got bored and went away. But this will allow for really fast travel through our territory. There's a few little choke points that I'd like to make sure that we kind of cover. May as well do that one. Almost done. A pretty peaceful part of the galaxy, actually. It might be a shame for us to be the ones that ignite it into war. Just take Admiral. Keeping an eye on this Voidworm here. Blowing up all of our infrastructure. So lovely. So lovely.
Our station is in the crosshairs.
guessing these guys are going to go to Federation's End next.
New council agendas on deck.
That's always nice. Get rid of some of those negative traits on our nodes. And we lose 300 experience, though, so... we're going to go Finding a Voice. Even though we're machine, we can use a little bit of extra unity. We're going to get through Supremacy here.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Destroyer holes coming in there. That's great. Cruiser build cost and cruiser build speed would be nice. Some tricky decisions here. This is going to open up a new kinetics weapons path, which will be very useful. This is going to open up the infrastructure path, which is civilian infrastructure. I'm going to go with the armor. It's a short. Both of these are pretty short, but let's go with the armor. We need an upgrade to armor. Okay, so he's going back north.
Our station is in the crosshairs.
Yeah, we know. It's very, very unfortunate. Do I risk it? Yeah, we'll risk it. Might not be worth it. Oh, definitely not. Let's cancel that. Go that way. Go terrorize the coalition of Prak. Astral Threads is full again. I'm gonna keep an eye on where this guy's going to. Oh, Azodal and Prak, our guardian, have a rivalry. Okay, Unif is under attack. You're done. So go here. Get out of the way of that thing. That's not good. You're literally governing the capital, and you can see. Well, maybe we can work with that. I'm not convinced that that's a problem just yet. We're just starting to get maintenance drones online. What are they doing? They're not consuming any energy, but they will. They produce trade and what is that? $56. What is that? I'm not quite sure what that is. We might need to do a purge on our leaders here soon. Go over here and build a hyper relay. Try and get what we can done. Might just turn these construction ships on auto once we get through the plague. So right now we're just playing keep away.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Tachyon sensors, excellent. X-ray lasers is intriguing. Reactor boosters, probably not. I mean, it's nice, but why? We don't need it right now. What is this upgrade in energy weapons? It'd be nice if they had a number next to these so you could tell what let's take plasma accelerators. I'm interested in seeing how those work. I was reading online that that plasma might be a good alternative I still am kind of just feeling around in the dark and trying to get advice. Not really aggressively, but kind of passively if I hear something, trying to get advice on it. Workers' rights. Diplomatic weight from Pops. That would be good for us. Happiness. Political power and refugee attraction. Do we want to support a Galactic Council being formed? I think we'll support that. And then this workers' rights thing, it seems like there's no downside to this. So we'll support it. We'll throw our diplomatic weight behind it. We have a lot of pops. That'll give us, you know, a little bit more. Okay, where's this guy going?
Our station is in the crosshairs.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's not pretty. Don't blow up our station. Horrible Voidworm. I could probably fight that thing.
Strap in.
You know, I probably could fight that thing. Okay, so what do we got next? Fusion missiles would be nice. Let's do that. Okay, so he's headed to Saddlebari. That's what it looks like. Which means these guys are going to need to move here. Actually, we'll just go here. That's make it 2 jumps away no matter what. Prak has got the gravity snares going. Maybe they're trying to capture some of these guys. Nope, they ran away. Just let them go do their thing. And we'll do this area all with, hey, look at that. That's great. We'll do this area all with hyperlanes, and then we'll start connecting the southern part of the Empire. So we've got the first 3 done. We need 2 more. That would be nice for fleet limit. That will be nice. Yeah, we'll take that one first, because this one will help. Almost halfway done. That hyperlane relay is almost up. Got a ways to go on that one. Probably should do at least a couple more up this way. These jumps here. Mech has started their hyperlane relays as well, along with Azorul. Should look at our ships here. Just keep a wary eye on what's going on here to the side. Maybe I can do that. Does the Nebuchadnezzar warrant an upgrade? Oh, hey, look at that. We can upgrade it. Is it worth it? I do have disruptors. We could try disruptors. Contemplating doing that. Let's go to our scan line.
Time for some new chrome.
Okay, it looks like they're going back to their nest. Psionic theory. That's kind of cool. So, even with our hamstrung societal research, we did pretty good there. Alpha hub, huh? So that's makes your Unity. Well, that's interesting. So it's going to use crystals, but it will allow you to. Your coordinators are going to produce science, energy, We do have some Unity worlds. That would be really swell. It's going to be a long time to get that. Not only is it kind of an expensive tech, but it's also just... we're hamstrung by the situation, the Voidworm Plague. And I don't really want to purge infected. This is the fastest way to get to the end of the plague.
Our station is in the crosshairs.
Alright. So, orbital anomaly. Gravitational anomaly has knocked off the observation post and Federation's end, causing a brief drop in the planet's atmosphere. Our crew is unharmed. The trajectory is restored. Concerns the station could have been detected by the Numerians. Okay, continue with observations. But they did get some increased awareness. Let's take you guys, and let's do this one at a time. You build a hyper relay there. And then you build a hyper relay there. It's really weird how they choose to destroy some stuff and leave other stuff just completely untouched. You know? That's really interesting.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Definitely game-changing. That's fusion missiles. Arc furnace capacity. That is a rare tech. I know some of you might be screaming, why would you not just pick that? That should be the easiest thing. But here's the thing. Arc furnaces give you alloys and minerals, and we're not seeming to have a problem getting alloys and minerals at this point. Maybe on the alloy side, but arc furnace really seems like it gives you minerals. System-wide mining operations, with maybe a bonus of science as well. It almost seems like this also is tempting. The problem is that we really need some better weapons. So we're going to go with coil guns. It's also a little bit shorter of a technology, at least in order to complete the discovery of it. Not a lot of people voting on workers' rights. That's interesting. We're capped on trade. So let's buy... Prac went to war with Vran. Okay. This is not the first time that that's happened. This would have been the opportune time to, you know, make claims on those systems and...
These contacts aren't your standard users.
And try and take some of that territory. I guess
Time
we
for
could.
some new chrome.
The Voidworms have kind of, like, I don't know, they've retreated back into their little cave here. Plasma accelerators. Experimental subspace navigation might be good. Antimatter reactor. This lead to further advancements in several different fields. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. We have so much physics research, it's ridiculous. It would be nice if we had a little bit different type of physics research, or like a little bit more balanced. I'm not going to complain. Certainly not going to complain. All right, so these guys have decided they're not coming out.
These contacts aren't your standard users.
So we're just going to put these guys in Saddleberry for now. This is most of our military. To kind of cut off the rest of the military, or the rest of the area. And let's build some more hyper relays. This is all kind of cinched up here, so let's go up here, build some more hyper relays. We don't want to drain all of our influence because we still want to make some claims. And accomplishing our war goal would be nice. Okay, so he's going to Molbion. Excellent. Ladders to heaven. We're just going to continue to observe. The last pre-FTL civilization that we had, it nuked itself into oblivion, so I don't think we have to worry too terribly much about that. Okay, so Prak and Azotl are in a non-aggression pact with one another. Is this area just truly empty? It seems like there's got to be a few empires that are over there, you know? Been implicated in a plot against the Varan Trade Commission. So vague is the allegation we can't definitively state whether or not they are onto something. Our own spies protest the allegation is baseless, claiming it's either defensive or counter-espionage in the form of our targets. They've taken offense. Okay, well, let's have a talk with Vran. Vrak and Vran. Oh, there's two of them now. Gosh, which one was it? I'm gonna guess it was... We'll give you an embassy. What do you think of that? These guys... I don't know, they're... I think they're in a... Yeah, they're in... Okay, so... It's an Overlord war. Does that mean... Okay, so Prak is trying to become their Overlord. Interesting. That's very interesting. And not surprising in the least.
New augments research. Strap in.
There's some coil guns. Plasma thrusters seems like a no... That's a no-brainer right there. Varan citizen regime. Excellent. Have an embassy there. Send some of our imbeciles. And I think we do need to look at our colonies. We've been pretty careful with them, but we do need to keep an eye on them. We'll definitely take a look at the colonies and just kind of try and do some colony management as we see fit. Kind of want to get more of this Hyperlane relay built out. So let's do that. You're done. That was like 3 systems right there, so that's 75 influence. He's building a Hyperlane relay. Definitely want to get to this Hyperlane right here, or to Kuiper. Take some more physics insight. Yum. Yeah, we're way over on this, so let's sell. Convert that to trade. And then we'll buy. Well, that was a lot. I burned a lot of trade on that. Okay, we've got plenty of trade to give now. Problems for later. Things are not going well on that pre-FTL. Mechazurian researcher ran off. Let's get another one of these guys going. Right now we won't put a relay in every system, just the systems that are key for infrastructure and travel. But this is really interesting. So the Voidworms retreated back to Papkat, or whatever you call it, Papkat Tech. Workers' rights has been chartered, and they're just going to stay here. So what I need to remember, We've got 5K, 4K, 5K. All of these troikas at 2.3K. Did going over... Okay, so we'll be less vulnerable to Voidworm bombardment. Let's just keep an eye on this, because I don't see any of the monstrous ones that are there anymore.
Time for some new chrome.
Which is kind of concerning. Oh, ion disruptors. Yeah, let's do that. Dark matter harvesting. Let's go. We definitely have some dark matter that we could harvest. Usually you want to harvest it and get rid of it. But I mean, like, here's the thing. Why do I need an arc furnace when Hakri produces 113 minerals? Like, there's a mining station, 21 minerals, 29 minerals, 29 minerals. Is this because of the storm? Uh, 200% resources produced from mining and research stations. That's why. Okay. This has been a nasty storm. The radiant storms.
These contacts aren't your standard users.
They're definitely fun to. They're beautiful to look at, but they definitely do a lot of damage. Okay, so we've got Vran now connecting. Or I'm sorry, Prak, not Vran. Hard to say. Confederation of Trinic. Secret fealty to us. Materialist and fanatic militarist. Confederation of Trinic 2. Where are these guys? We do have like a... Oh. So they are a bulwark to Uko Prak. Which I think is... That's not the coalition. Where is this place? Yeah, obviously it's on Trinic. Okay, it's on the opposite side of the galaxy, towards the core. I don't understand what this whole area is. Just, it's like a tinderbox. I don't really want to get involved in that. I have no interest in getting involved in it. This is going to make taking this area over a lot easier, I'll tell you that much. Astral threads are full. Let's do this. Let's send the 9th carrier group down to meet everybody in Saddlebari. Capped on energy. Worthless now, but that's okay. Miko-Nan Synergetics. Yeah, look at that. That's because of our pops, I bet. That was a huge jump. That was almost 1,000 influence. Hello. Mercantile. Do we have... No, we don't. Okay, so we do have a spy network on the Citizen Coalition of Prak. They're not interested in establishing an embassy, so let's improve relations with them. Andarians, where's the Andarian Star Alliance? Is that north here? It's Yastoon, Uko Prak. Oh, that's this guy. Andarian, yeah, I don't care about the Andarians as much. So let's take the Let's take Nephroid off of that. And head on over there. Then we need to go back and... Since we're not really claiming any of their systems, the Citizen Coalition of Prac... Don't want to smuggle... Sabotage the Starbase facility, steal technology. Let's try stealing his technology. Yeah, I like that. Mining drone expansion fleet? That's interesting. Are they fighting one another? No, they're just chilling. Oh, wait a second. Is this aggression that we're seeing here? Okay, well, looks like they're going here. I'm mildly concerned. Okay. Let's keep an eye on that. It's not an issue till it's an issue, if that makes sense. Got those guys building hyper relays.
These contacts are your standard users.
Yeah, this will kind of link us up here. Leader has died. Calculator Oloid. He broke down after 121 years, and we can't repair him. Death is no longer an obstacle. You know, we had a scientist here. We only have one scientist left. We should probably do something about that. Let's do trapezium. That seems like a good... I guess we'll take architectural interest. And let's take a look. We're over on officials, and we're under on scientists. Which is okay. We really made it work with kind of only 2 science ships, so... That's fine. Just have him stop there. And we'll build a... Where's our colony over here? Yelbarasta. We'll build it all the way out to Yelbarasta, and the rest of this is fine. We don't have to worry about that. At least for the now. For the now. We're almost, I'd say, 2/3 of the way. Which is fine. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of thinking that it might be time to strike. We could go all the way up to Cetera. Send us now in session. A bunch of people who don't want to form the Galactic Council. I'm guessing it's going to be me, the Azotals, and the Uko-Praknaran nation, which is not the Citizen Coalition of Prac. That's here. Praknarans, Uko-Praknarans, are up here. Which is just hilarious. Hey, that's going to mean we finished Supremacy. And we can choose an extension perk. We're going to choose an Ascension perk instead, though. And the Synthetic Age... Did they just throw this one up here? Starts the transformation, which unlocks modularity, virtuality, and nanotech tradition trees. Requires an available tradition slot. This is like our ascension path, I think. So let's select the ascension. Yeah, look at transformation. Okay, here we go. Synthetic Age. All right, let's take a look at what happened there. So we are going into the Synthetic Age. Transformation, the passive iteration of mechanical body, has come to its logical and inevitable conclusion. Transformative age is upon us, sparked by innovation and oiled by opportunity. Error calculating, situation speed drops. Unaffected, monthly unity minus 10. Situation speed 20% and monthly unity minus 20%. So that's going to... That's going to be 100 unity off the top, pretty much, if we overclock it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's overclock it, guys. Okay, despite the superiority of the machine form, our advancement has remained iterative at best. Self-imposed safety standards have resulted in stagnation. Conclusion: more drastic measures are required. Yes. Small-scale experiments suggest 3 distinct options for growth: nanotechnology in its variable form, shifting advantages, modularity for individual units optimized with specific characteristics, and virtuality. The abandonment of physical form in favor of a digital existence. Evaluation process: initialized, analyze options, and deliberate. I don't know which one I want to do. This is my first playthrough. I don't think we'll get through all of it, so if you have any suggestions, what's a guy like Ankh to do in his first playthrough for something like this? Look at those anomalies going. Okay. The question is, do I start this war with Voidworms running around? Signs of battle. Let's jump on screen. Zithri, clear evidence. Signs of battle took place. Yeah, new job in the situation log. And hey, look at that. Research the projects in the system. I've done this before. This Radiant Storm is just going to cut a huge swath through all of our territory. Okay. Let's make some claims. I'm getting antsy. Claim. Let's see where the insights lead. Claim those two. Excellent. Look at that. Computer syntratics. Okay, we have claimed those systems. I served the Empire for a long time, 122 years. I guess we could hire a scientist or two to rule. Let's check our sectors out here. The Zircon sector doesn't have anybody. Let's see. Guess we'll go with Oloid. And then we'll give him Resilient. He's going to be, you know, in the Zircon sector, he's just going to be the leader, so we want to give him leadership traits. Voidworm glands. We've discovered a pattern in the reproduction cycle of voidworms that could lead to a huge breakthrough in synthesizing a cure to voidworm plague. To confirm this hypothesis, the reproductive glands of a wild voidworm troika must be harvested for analysis. Crucially, this voidworm troika must be killed while bombarding a planet. We have no time for this. I don't think that's gonna... Honestly, like, we're not gonna be able to kill a troika. Like, seriously? No, it's not gonna happen. I guess we could, technically. They've all retreated back here. This is just going to be a monstrous nest when we go after it. They might just stay there, though. Who knows? Oh, they recalled their embassy. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and have a talk with our friends. We're closing our borders. I break the non-aggression pact. And we can't... Oh, 10 years. Well, we've claimed stuff. Things broke down. Transform research. Nanites. Guys, this is what we've been waiting for. Preliminary research suggests electromechanical constructs called nanites present a promising vector for advancement. While rare, they possess unique qualities, including programmability, self-replication, and the ability to form a swarm intellect. This technology offers unmatched transformation capabilities, but the requirements to support it remain unclear. Potential is significant and scalable. The cost is unknown. Additional research is required. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Are we going to get a whole bunch of different ones? You know what? Let's just go partial nanotech, limited nanotech. Let's go exercise moderation. That's okay. You guys head on down there. Got Voidworm popping out here. Definitely can kill one of them without issue. So let's take these guys and let's just drop them at Cetus.
Trace complete. We got him.
You're done. Move on up here to do one more. Somehow we forgot that one. Oh, it's already queued. Okay. Oh, that's right, because you're doing it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and it's just Ustir, which you can do. Why are we waiting? Let's see where our little friend goes here.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Here is dark matter harvesting. Ooh, that's nice. Excellent. 0-point reactors seem like a logical choice here. That might get us to jump drives rather quickly. Speculative hyperlane breaching. This would help us with the Voidworms if we weren't so close to, you know, we're about 3/4 of the way done with that. Let's do the hyperlane breaching. Why not? Alpha Hub's almost done, which will be great because we can kind of work on our... Nice. Some rare crystals there. So this is going to basically give us a complete hyperlane from our northernmost colony all the way to the southern tip. Where did he go? Okay.
Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege.
All right. It's a little overblown there.
New augments researched. Strap in.
You know, I think we're just going to do this. We got to fight some Voidworms here. Let's get this tech out of the way. Plasma thrusters are done. That's great. Alloy nano plants. Interesting. Plus 5% for fabricators. That would be nice. Let's do the ordered retreat, though. That's been kind of sitting there on our backlog to get done. This starbase actually might not have an issue with this. It didn't. Oh, that's a dead Voidworm, guys. We didn't even have to do it ourselves. Can you believe it? Let's send the armies on down. All right, so I think that the 9th Carrier Group can handle this mess over here. We do have to wait another 10 years, which might be about the time that the Voidworm Plague ends. And then we can go to war. We're gonna do some, yeah, automated construction on you. They're almost done. He's almost done. So let's do automated construction as well. This whole bottom part of the Empire just kind of got wrecked, especially down here. So, and there's new stuff. I'm just going to turn those guys loose. It's been kind of fun to micro them up until this point, but it seems like we've got bigger problems, bigger issues to deal with, if you will. So yeah, we'll focus on letting them do a little bit of that on their own. Let's check in on... We've got a couple of construction ships going to sleep.
New augments research. Strap in.
Guys can go ahead and get busy. Speculative hyperlane breaching is done. There's the point defense... Ooh. Planetary supercomputer would be nice to supercharge our research. To supercompute our research. Let's do that.
Build job complete.
Yep. Okay, so we do have pretty much...
New augments research. Strap in.
Boom. The Alpha Hub's ready to go. There's our fleet command limit. Our research right now on the society tree has just been so hamstrung by the Voidworm Plague. We're in phase 3 of it. Which is taking, you know, a bunch. We're getting a bunch of extra unity, which is being then used in our transformation situation. But we have star bases that are strong enough to deal with these guys now. So hypothetically, we could build 2 star bases here, and if they send them out one at a time. Yeah, we need to destroy them. Okay. We didn't really choose one of these, did we? No, we sure didn't. Fleet command. We can have bigger fleets. This has been a really interesting game so far. I'm liking machine intelligence. It's kind of a fun play style. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced that the changes to... Okay, so Prak is insulting us. I'm not fully convinced that the changes to Cetus are good for the game as a whole. I kind of really liked the huge Doom stacks of ships, but maybe this becomes more tactical, and so I'm open to seeing that. Trying to steal some technology from Prak, chasing a lead. Man, this takes a long time. We'll probably get something that we want. All Zirconians throughout the galaxy have undergone a great change. Whereas before latent psionic power had only blossomed in a small minority, the entire species now unlocked full psionic potential, although these changes seem to have originated in the psionic ascension. They have now manifested in all members of their kind, regardless of location. Aside from displaying an array of powerful psionic abilities, Zirconians have started to forego verbal communications with each other in favor of telepathy. So the verbal communications, were those sent over the machine intelligent? This is not starting to make sense. Remarkable, or... must be a logical explanation for this, yeah. Let's take that, since we are Gestalt already. And you would think that the... you would think that telepathically we would, you know... Hello. Promising nanotech discoveries. Okay, what do we want to do here? Research in nanites has concluded the full extent of their potential remains unclear, but simulations have returned optimistic projections. Their capabilities could prove invaluable in creating specialized megaforms of matter transmutation. Estimations indicate the process requires time, material, and energy to operate, in addition to significant structural changes. Acknowledged. Add nanite replicator alpha to Zircon produces some nanites. Okay. She of the Void has a message for you. If you so desire, you may now hire some of our fleets as mercenaries. Our crews are disciplined and will obey your instructions as long as you can meet our prices. This is an incredible gift that she has bestowed upon you. Do not squander it. Good to know. I guess we met a mercenary group. Let's go out here. Oops. You have no orders. Let's excavate that site. You. Research the anomalies. Plenty of anomalies. There's plenty of anomalies. We've got about 7 years before we can go after the Coalition of Crack.
We've constructed something game-changing.
I think, yeah, so I guess as you get further through the Voidworm situation, they become less and less of a threat. That's what it looks like to me, at least. They're still kind of a threat. That's not a system that we can just waltz into and blast away at, right? And expect to come out on top. That's not going to happen. But it's a little bit better than it was before.
Build job complete.
There's plenty of stuff up here, but you guys need to keep working your way south. Oh, man. Oh, man. Steel technology failed. That's our only thing that we can do now. Alright, well. Keep trying, I guess. Now, we have secured, as I remember, yeah, we have secured a defensive pact with Azotl. And so, that'll be nice. Chosen hate us. Vran has close borders with us. Mechazurian is our vassal. And Trinic 2 is declared fealty to us. Let's see. Fleet order. Unable to build a mining station. Why? Singing planet. Catalog it. Okay, maybe they just kind of butted heads with one another, I'm guessing. I think we'll take the
build job complete.
We'll take the planets that we wanted here, and then after that we will go ahead and
new augments research.
We'll probably take a nature is cruel or boost their signal. Nature is cruel. Planetary supercomputer is done. Plasma cannons. Ooh, 0 point. That's a very powerful reactor. Let's go with plasma cannons. Let's sell some of this. Should be good enough. You know what? I think it's time to roll through the colonies, if you know what I mean. Things are looking really good.
New augments researched. Strap in.
A lot of stuff just happened, though. So we have got our ordered retreat, which is 15% less time to prevent missing in action, which is always nice. We just got cruisers. That might be a nice boost. Got the scan line carrier cruiser. Mineral purification. Actually gives us a little bit more minerals. And destroyer hulls. That seems kind of like a useless tech, because destroyers are kind of bad. It's a building that we have to build. It'll go quick, though. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that. Okay. Resolution's been passed, which is forming the Galactic Council. There's an election that's imminent. Yeah, so Yuko Praknaren and the Azotals, we're going to be on the council, which is good because that puts... You know, actually, we probably should... We could form a big federation. Getting very distracted, but I want to make friends with Yuko Praknaren. What can we do with them? They've got equivalent technology, but pathetic fleet and inferior economy. Cordial and losing. I don't even know where these guys are. I think they're off in this hot zone over here. So we'll just leave. We'll be improving relations. These guys are going to be difficult to maintain good relations with, right? But they definitely are worthy of us pursuing a good relationship with, because we could form a pretty nifty federation. Okay, here comes the modularity research. Biological life forms are fragile and rigid compared to the superior adaptability of machine form. However, some beneficial organic characteristics could be replicated with robotic variants. The substance living metal, which we have, has the capacity to radically and rapidly alter its shape and physical consistency. Integrating this with our existing chassis could enable a form of modular biomimicry where extrusions and limbs can be specialized for specialized tasks. Potential, scalable, cost unknown, additional data required. You know what? Just because we based this on living metal, right? We've got galvanic retrofitting. Let's make this our main priority. So we're going to lose some societal research from it, 20%. And that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make right now. Certainly. I'm certainly willing to make it. Let's blow through the colonies once again, shall we? Or not once again. I keep saying we're going to do it, and then we never do. Classic promise breaker here. So we've got denizens, 206 spare denizens on this planet, which are producing us 824 of that and 3 trade. I don't know what this is. Okay, what can we upgrade here? This would take... This gives us, a ton of housing and amenities. That'll give us 120 more jobs. Okay. This will double the number of jobs in this area. Okay. Let's see. So we got 200 and something odd people here. So what kind of... Yeah, we're plus 15 on exotic gas. That's what I wanted to know. We'll upgrade these research complexes. What that's going to give us is... That's -3, effectively. We have research complexes, and it could go up to advanced research complexes. Let's do it. What is this? Energy Nexus. It's an energy grid to energy nexus. Yeah, let's try it. That should give us a bunch of jobs on Zircon. You know? Moving on to Mathrop. We may as well just, you know, put them on screen here and roll through them. We've got 152 extra denizens on this planet, so it's time to build some jobs out. Now, this is supposed to be a tech world. This place is producing energy. We've got this research enclave. We could upgrade this building. But I think what we'll do is we'll just spit out 2 more central nexuses. Nexi. Fuzhou. This is one of our Unity places. 383 extra jobs. Building this will give us 100 coordinator jobs. Won't even get us close. What do we have here? That'll give us more generator districts. We could do an automation building. That sounds fun. It'll give us some workforce back. And then we've got this alpha hub. So this is... Oh, you guys. I think this is what we need to do here. Let's just make sure that we have the crystals for it. Yeah, we sure do. Let's throw an alpha hub down on this guy. That's going to be bad. So bad. Love it. That should be good for now. Mathrop 2. Also in a really good spot right now. This is going to be a mining world. So we've got the mining drone jobs. Let's give them... Ooh, crystal mines. It doesn't give us jobs, but it does give us crystal mines. It does give us some crystals there. Mineral purification plants gives us additional... yeah, for mining crystal or mining depot. Oh, man. Could do industrial mining site and give us some more... I don't know. Let's do an automation building. Let's throw 3 of those districts down. That's going to keep them busy for a while. Should we upgrade Fuzhou's building to a primary nexus from the planetary processor? I think we will. Let's just go primary nexus there. Just so we don't have to see that little upgrade arrow. Okay, so the stronghold's producing, or takes alloys, turns it into planetary defense, army stability, naval capacity. This is great. We have extra folks working out here. We may as well throw an automation building down, and then... I don't know if I want to do moats there. That'll give us more efficiency. Let's do that. Let's do 3. No, let's just do 2. Don't go crazy. And then this is supposed to be a fortress world, so guess what? We're going to go with another planetary defense core. I'm just making sure that I know where Mathrop 3 is. Oh, yeah. He's right up there. So that makes sense. Genlo Ikasa. It's right next to him. Right next door to Mathrop. This little continental world. It's actually started to blossom pretty nicely. Let's go ahead and put another alloy foundry down. And let's do mote harvesting traps. Just so we get some volatile motes. Yeah, it's kind of our lowest special resource production. Then farther over in the deepest reaches, Yelbarasta. Almost rolled the R there. Yeah, plenty of extra folks working there, which is great. This is going to be a forge world. Let's make a central nexus. And then I think it's kind of tough to decide. Well, we'll just go heavy industry. Let's plop them down, guys. Now, this upgrade here goes to Alloy Mega Forges, which uses 2 volatile motes base. So we really don't have enough volatile motes coming in to... Yeah, we can actually... Maybe we will do some mote harvesting traps. Okay. Kirgaros. Beautiful little Arctic world. This is kind of a border town as well. May as well just throw this out here. We got an archaeological site that we can't deal with. 3.6k. That's really impressive. We've got a stronghold. We may as well do automation. The energy grid's going to give us more efficiency. I kind of like that combination right now, so we get our motes up, which will help us with our alloy forges. That should give us enough. May as well just build another alloy foundry as well. Good old alloy foundry. Mobian 1, this is our fortress world. And we're just going to go hard on the fortress stuff. Planetary defense is where it's at. Love it. We've got an uplink node that turns energy into unity. And then let's plop another stronghold down. Mobian 1 is going to be a monster. Ostique. This is a mining world. Now that we've got our energy generation set up. 154. Is there mining support anymore? Not really. Maybe I have to upgrade once again to the primary nexus. Let's specialize in rare crystal extraction. And we can build an automation building. And then what do we got here? No moat trap here. I guess that's. I guess there's some type of prerequisite for that. So maybe we won't do that in every place. Maybe the ones that we do, we take seriously. Yeah, that should give us more than enough jobs on Ostique. Back over to the Mobian system. This is a unification center. Let's do automation here. Probably making those decisions a little bit too quickly. And then let's build our administrative hub, which is right there. Yeah, we can do it in that order. That's fine. Ijagan is a tech world. Got this nice research enclave. Let's go ahead and upgrade to planetary processor. And I'm just going to look at this here. So, physics research is kind of going crazy. We want society research, so maybe... Actually, that's actually a really good idea. So this place gives us physics research and society research 20%. So I'm thinking I'll drop a society research down here, and then we'll just go society heavy on those buildings. Then, let's just go with energy generation here, and that'll give us a few more little jobs in the specialization. Over to Scott. 2.4K, real healthy population. We are out of jobs for them. This is also designated as a tech world, and society research from jobs plus 25%. You already know what I'm going to say here. Society research specialization. Let's throw some automation down. Can't get any moats from this area, so that's all right. I'll throw some resource silos down as well. I know that people think that they're useless. I've read online a lot of places that say don't use them because it's stupid, but it's like if I can carry like a ton of energy in excess, then I can tide myself over during a war that's where I'm energy inefficient. So Atausneria, however you say it, this is auto designated. We're at 600 pops. We'll drop those down to the bottom. Let's see where this place is. It's kind of in the heart of the Empire here. I don't know, I kind of feel like this should just be another research center. And we could do society, and then we'll throw an engineering one here. But we've got a little ways to go on this, so boom, specialize that. That's another sector. Oh my gosh. We might have to speedrun these guys. Let's go to low 1. This is another research planet, a tech world, if you will. I'm going to... They've got some extra folks. I'm going to go ahead and throw the engineering specialization down on this one, because we don't want society to take off and level out with the rest of our friends and then have it turn out to be not good. We'll do automation, moat, and then, sure, energy grid. I like that. Okay, moving on to low, which is a generator world. Oh my gosh. How did we get inside of that planet? Generator world here. We can update to planetary processor. Let's build another one of these guys. Let's go automation. A voltaic production yard. Yeah, make everything really strong here. I don't know what to do with these. Come back to that. Low 3. Beautiful little planet here. It's a mining world. Let's specialize, but let's build another district first. I like that. Excellent. We'll build 2 districts, right? And then we'll do the specialization. Sounds good. Red ore, 2.6K on this ocean world. This is engineering research, so guess what? We're going to do another engineering research specialization there. And, you know, I kind of think that leaving it as a tech world and leaving it like that might be decent. Let's check the economy. Sorry, I just want to see... Yeah, this is a energy negative area. Let's do moat harvesting here. We should be able to catch up. It's a lot of work to do there. Throw a generator district down first. That'll get us some jobs. Kursek. The Savannah world of Kursek. 2.4K generator world. Hasn't even specialized. We'll go volatile moats. Plus 93. Looking good. We'll worry about the rest of the specialization here in a little bit. Zithri. Let's see. Another tech world. Gee, what do you think we're going to do here? We could specialize. Yeah, why not? Let's specialize that. And let's specialize this as well. We're going to throw down... We'll throw down a society research here, and then... Oh, we got that... The planetary supercomputer requires planetary processor, so this one isn't quite ready to upgrade to get that supercomputer. Darn. Alright, well, let's move on. Grunthirst. A generator world. Let's get ahead of ourselves on that a little bit there. Saddleberry. This is supposed to be a mining world. Well, let's build 2 of those guys, and we can go rare crystal extraction here. We're just so good on minerals. We're very fortunate. Pagol is almost at 1,000 pop. This is a pretty new world, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they did get devastated. Yeah, so and then they got hit by a cosmic storm. This place is, you know, they've kind of been through the ringer, unfortunately. Let's throw the generator districts down. Let's get that taken care of. We can decide on a specialization a little bit later. Yerba. It's already bringing out rare crystals, which is excellent. Supposed to be a mining world. Let's get some rare crystals going on. I like that idea. For some reason, we have an agricultural district here, so we could do exotic gas capture. Sure, why not? 1.1k. That should give us some jobs. We'll probably have to go back through there, and then, last but not least, Perseus, which is kind of in its own little... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's too close but too far, right? 741. They've got extra jobs hanging around, or extra people hanging around. Let's go ahead and build up that with a generator district. Mechas Prime are holding on this beautiful system here for the Mechazurian Index. Is a satellite campus. Turns energy into physics. Yeah, it turns it into a bunch of research. Okay, so we're actually getting, you know, what, roughly 12 science, a little bit more, 13 science out of that. That's cool. Excellent. Well, the Voidworm Plague, I'm going to say, is
We've constructed
3/4 of the way
game-changing.
over. And we're just kind of waiting for some of our infrastructure, especially in the southern part of the Empire, to get built back up. Especially in this area of space. And Pagol's had it rough. Pagol? I'm going to go with Pagol. Pagol's had it rough. Very, very rough. Not a good time to be a
We've
colonist
constructed something
on
game-changing.
Pagol. But that should get us closer to some of these rare resources and getting our production up on that. The transformation is going very well. We're into the second form. And the formation of the Galactic Council is happening. The members of the Galactic Council have voted to establish... Galactic community have voted to establish a Galactic Council. Members in this august body will be limited to representatives from the 3 most powerful and influential emperors in the community until a new council is elected. These are the Zirconium Convergence, Uko-Preknaran Nation, and the Azotl Guardianship. The members of the council are expected to lead and safeguard the galactic community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape that so often inhibits the decision-making process of large political institutions. We can get things done. Administrative insight is the next thing that comes up. Subjects have 25% ethics attraction, monthly loyalty. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not convinced. Servitude and death. Commander Computer Hexagon has died. Unfortunately. Goodbye, Hexagon. You will be missed. If I look at my leaders, we can support another 2. And if we look at our carrier groups, got staff on the carrier groups. We could use 2 on the destroyer groups. So let's do that. Hyperboloid. He's only 8 years old. He's learned so much. Let's do that. Excellent. So we have a few new additions to the Admiralty, which is good. And I don't think that changed our Unity too terribly much. It did take us down just a little bit. But yeah, we're on the way, guys. The Voidworm Plague is almost over.
Constructed something game
It really
changing.
seems like things are, you know, taking a little bit better of a trajectory here. And so I think that's where we're going to leave things. Well, let's take this. Commence the operation. We're going to steal some tech from the Prex. Thanks for coming along with me in segment 9 of our Stellaris 4.3.3 Cetus playthrough. The Zirconium Convergence will continue soon, I hope. And as you go on about your day, as you continue on about your day, don't forget to hit somebody with a little bit of kindness. And we'll see you next time.